Ready?
Welcome everybody to a new video. Today I'm with my dad. Say hello.
Hello.
We're doing a Thor Ragnarok spoiler review, by the way. This is gonna have spoilers in it, so if you haven't watched the movie, it was made in 2017. If you haven't watched it, please just check, because this will have spoilers in the video. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to move on to the plot.
Okay, so 2 years after the Battle of Sokovia, which is in Age of Ultron, Thor is imprisoned by the fire demon Surtur, who reveals that Thor father's Odin, played by Anthony Hopkins, is no longer on Asgard. He explains that the realm will soon be destroyed during the prophesied Ragnarok. Once Surtur unites his crown with the eternal flame that burns in Odin's vault, Thor frees himself, defeats Surtur and takes his crown, believing he has prevented Ragnarok. Little does he know. But anyway, Thor returns to Asgard to find Heimdall gone, this is played by Idris Elba, and his estranged brother Loki, Tom Hiddleston, posing as Odin, which a great cameo from Thor's brother, and I forget his name, one of the Hemsworth, not Liam, the other one, and also Matt Damon, this is cool. After exposing Loki, Thor forces him to help find their father, and with directions from Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange at the Sanctuary in New York City, they locate Odin in Norway. Odin explains that he is dying. Ragnarok is imminent despite Thor's efforts to prevent it, and his passing will free his firstborn child Hela from a prison she was sealed in long ago.
So now we are moving on to the characters. Now personally, I think the characters are a lot funnier this time. Like Thor, for instance, Bruce Banner tying into the storyline of Age of Ultron, where he goes into the Quinjet. Spoiler alert. Also Korg, he's an okay character. He's funny and has a really good look. I like the rock style. I think he's a warrior, right? Of like,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's been fighting, hasn't he?
He's a warrior
on the planet. Yeah,
the
Bruce Banner's good, isn't it? Because it starts kind of the beginning of the unofficial Hulk trilogy, because obviously Universal have the rights to Hulk as a standalone character, but they tried to make it with this, and then Infinity War and Endgame.
The Grandmaster, though, like, this guy must have like a makeup cupboard. He's got like every single tattoo on himself. I don't know why.
Yeah, but he's really funny though, played by Jeff Goldblum.
I say he's more sarcastic.
Yeah. Kind of sarcastic. Yeah.
This Scourge guy, the bald guy, basically, he's the guy who has like the two guns, double guns.
That's right, like the M16s at the end, yeah.
Like, you could never hold that in real life. The recoil would be too much.
That's true, yeah. But he's got a dry sense of humour. He kind of comes in at the end, doesn't he, really? Like
he was a janitor at the beginning.
The only thing is, though, well, we're going off topic a bit with characters. You know, the Warriors 3. Well, what's the name? Lexi Alexandra. What's the Lady Sif?
Yeah.
She's not in it at all, but I think she is coming back in another film.
For Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I think she's coming back in that. But the other two, Zachary Levi, who played Shazam in DC one, he plays, what's his character's name? I can't remember. One that looks like Errol Flynn type one. He dies, spoilers, and so does his other friend as well. Ray Silverstone, whatever his name, I can't remember his name either. My memory's gone, but yeah, he dies pretty much as well. So they kind of throw everything out the window for comedy effect, but it works anyway. But yeah, they're the characters.
Valkyrie is a great addition to the team. Odin, he's not really, like, he's hardly in it at the beginning. He's like, is one of those characters that has a giant impact on the story, but is hardly in Surtur. Like, he's hardly in it, but like, he has the world's biggest impact on the story.
But you feel his presence, don't you?
Yeah.
As in, you know, when he said, you hear him, especially at the end, spoilers, when he says, like, you know, you're not the god of hammers, you're the god of thunder type thing. Which is funny, because in the next film he goes a great big hammer back, doesn't he? But anyway, well, axe. But yeah, you said Loki is quite funny. They have their brother relationship, don't they? In the film, which is quite funny, isn't it? You know, like the get help bit. That's quite funny, isn't it? A lot of humour between him and his brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the characters really interact well together. I say, particularly Thor, Loki, Hulk, and Valkyrie.
Some characters, though, we said this before, like on the character part. Even the lesser characters like Surtur, who's really just in the beginning and the end, play a huge part to the story. Also, Hela and Scourge have a good master and servant relationship. I wouldn't call him a servant, though. I would call him like an assistant.
Yeah.
Like, no, I would call him like an apprentice, you know, in Star Wars.
Yeah. Kind
of. Definitely not a Padawan, because that guy's not like Yoda size.
Yeah. And Thor and Korg pay off each other, but it's got that the director Taika Waititi. It's got that feel of like the last episode of season 1 of The Mandalorian. You know, when the stormtroopers are chatting to each other.
Yeah.
Scout troopers on the bikes. It's got that feel to it. In terms of the dry sense of humour, which is good between the characters. So I think the relationships are good. And Thor and Bruce Banner, do you agree with this?
Yeah.
They play a foot. You know, that is it though. You know, that when he kind of says like, "Oh, I like Hulk." You know, he's all. You know, Banner's all like sciencey whitey, and then he speaks to Hulk and he goes, "No, I don't." He goes, "You like Banner?" And he says, "No, I don't like Banner. I like you." He's all like sciencey whitey, but then he talks to Banner and he says, "No, I don't like Hulk." You know, he's all like fighty whitey and all that. So it's quite funny. Yeah, I think they all work well.
Also,
really.
Something that not a lot of people realise is the relationship of Banner and Hulk.
Yeah,
because people just think of them as one person. Technically, it's two people inside one body.
Yeah, that is
because
true.
Hulk has an entirely different personality to Bruce Banner, which is like a sciencey guy. Music. Mark Mothersbaugh, is that what he's called?
I think I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, we've never heard of him, but like that music that he put in the film was really good. Yeah. Like it's like sci-fi at like the Grandmaster's place. I think, isn't it called Sakara or?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Sakara, yeah, but it's I never heard of him. I haven't really looked him much, but it kind of harkens back to the retro Flash Gordon type tunes. The highlight of the music are obviously the songs, like the Led Zeppelin Immigrant song. You know, what does that go? Do 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 do. That one, which plays at the beginning and then it plays at the end with that awesome shot of
like the one that
Thor.
goes like
That's the one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good. But even the score's good. That's right. But you know the bit when they're on the ship, they've nicked the Grandmaster's pleasure ship, pleasure starship. You know, and they're flying through. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And that score playing there is really retro and cool.
That scene is actually probably one of the best scenes from the film.
Yeah.
Hulk versus Thor, like I didn't really like it much because like that's the scene that it's like everyone was so excited for, and now it's just forgotten.
Well, looking at I mean, it cost about 150 million, made $854 million worldwide, which is amazing. Because the second one, I know they don't follow on; they're all part of the MCU, and you got, you know, after the second one, you had Age of Ultron, then this with Thor in. But Thor was really before this. This is going to character, you know, realization, but he was quite boring to play, and Chris Hemsworth so charismatic who plays Thor, and he's really brought his A against this. He's really suited him, and it was such a, you know, what with that trailer coming out,
this
showing
is
he had
way
his haircut. He had his haircut. Hulk was in it, which was exciting, and it was Hulk that was really let loose in this, and obviously he begins to talk because he's been like, you know, Hulk for 2 years, hasn't he? In this, we're kind of veering off music here, but anyway, we'll come back. We'll come back to that anyway. But yeah, the music is awesome, and originally I didn't know this until I just read it, and I told you, Taika Waititi, who directed it, who plays Korg, by the way, you know that, and he plays IG-11 in The Mandalorian, doesn't he? Yeah,
does
he? His voice, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He was he wanted Queen for this. If he said he would have had Queen if they, if they were still together, Freddie Mercury was still alive. So, but you won't know much about that.
No.
You're not old like me. Right, shall we move on? Special and visual effects. Do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I think that this is the special and visual effects. I'm not really like a nerdy person on that, but like, yeah, they're good. Because if you look at it, from all the old games and TV shows before, they never had like CGI and they never had anything like that. Imagine Thor Ragnarok without CGI.
Yeah.
It would literally just be a green box with like
them
jumping on like stones with surrounded with green.
This is where you would struggle. There's often things that I think, they should do it without CGI and a minimal or invisible CGI, as they call it. As in, you see something, you think, oh, is that CGI or is that real? Or they do it the Mandalorian way, in them huge screens. This is with something I think you'd struggle, because I think you need CGI for a film like this, especially with the shots of, and the Rainbow Bridge at the end, and the use of colour and stuff like that. One shot particular with Thor, and you see all the Valkyrie. When Valkyrie's on a horse, it flashes back thousands of years or whatever, and you see Hela throw a massive knife thing, come out of her hand at Valkyrie and kill all of the other Valkyries. That is awesome. It just looks like a painting.
I actually forgot about that part.
Yeah, I did until I just thought of it. But yeah, it's brilliant. But yeah, the use of colour and the effects are amazing in this.
Can I just say that I don't actually know if you know this, but Thor Ragnarok is my favourite one. Well, it is one of my favourite Marvel movies ever. Just because of I like the music. I've watched it like 11 times just by myself. I literally sit there watching it. When I went to the cinema and saw it, at the end I was like, this is the best movie ever. Yeah. Just because the other Thors were so, in my opinion, please don't hate on me for this, the other Thors were so lame. They were so boring. It's just like, For the Dark World, did I watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great, that one.
Yeah,
I think the villain's quite weak in that, even though he's played by a pretty good actor, Christopher Eccleston.
I feel like
the first one kind of introduced it and they weren't sure where to take it. And it's very much, like I say, this is basically kind of a soft reboot of Thor, this is.
Yeah.
And this bit obviously led into Infinity War, where he grew again, and into Endgame, just like Hulk. I mean, it's essentially a soft reboot for Hulk.
Endgame was a joke, because I hope that Fat Thor does not stay, because I like this Thor.
No, he's not. Because I've seen some pictures of Thor: Love and Thunder, which we'll come on to in a minute.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures.
And he's got his long hair back, hasn't he? Which is a bit of a shame.
Why? I like the short hair.
But so yeah, it's fantastic special effects. Anyway, we're veering off then, which kind of comes into what we were saying. Anyway, connections to other Marvel films. I mean, obviously this is Hulk, isn't it? Coming back after 2 years since Age of Ultron, and do you think he's evolved since then?
Yeah.
He
can talk now.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, he can talk. He's not dumb like he was, and he doesn't. Well, at the end of the movie, he's just trying to smash Surtur.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's a little bit dumb. He's kind of like a child in this movie. That's how they kind of portray him.
Like I say, he's like a 6 or 7 year old.
Yeah. But I like it. What's the one of the best scenes is when he's sitting with Thor, isn't it? And he says like, is it Thor says, Hulk like
fire, and then Thor tiny fire,
kind of like smouldering fire. No, Hulk like water and fire. That kind of thing. So they kind of the banter's there, which is good. But yeah, I think it's the best. I mean, if you're talking true, it's probably like the Incredible Hulk's probably what you think of Hulk. But again, the character is evolving. And this is really the start of the unofficial.
I feel like if they didn't have, if this was on, I feel like the reason why the other Thors were boring is because this one is not on Earth, because they've shown so much Earth. It just one planet. We need to know what's going on the other planets all around. Like if you didn't know, there's a game called No Man's Sky. I play it a lot now. that's kind of like what we want. We don't just want to see Earth. We don't just want that planet. We want to spread across all the other planets so that we can see just a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's why, you know, you can't think of this as like the end of a Thor trilogy, although the ending, which we're coming on to next, kind of does. You could just watch these films kind of loosely, but they're kind of about the same amount of a trilogy as what the Captain America ones, really. The thing is, because it's all part of the MCU anyway, it's not really. They are trilogies, but they're not, because it's got all different bits tying into them, and obviously between each Thor movie, you've got an Avengers movie as well, haven't you? So yeah, but yeah, coming on to the ending. Do you want to tell us about the ending then?
The ending's probably one of the best parts, because there's a giant fight at Asgard at the end with Hela, which because Hela's too strong for Thor and Valkyrie and Hulk. I don't know about Hulk. Hulk didn't really fight Hela, did she?
I think
she. I said she.
Well,
Hulk is a he.
That's coming soon.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk.
Yeah, next year probably. But yeah, I agree. I think the end, which is on the Rainbow Bridge, and then obviously what happens then? Surtur's released, isn't he?
Yeah, just
and
because
Loki,
they
there's
can
there's a little bit there, isn't there?
Yeah, where he grabs the Tesseract.
Yeah, where he goes to the Tesseract. Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Why did he do that? He could have just destroyed it.
Well, because I don't know, because he was kind of after that, wasn't he? Since the first Thor, I guess. So he's got it now, and obviously that plays into the next film as well.
Yeah, but if he didn't get that, Thanos could have lost.
Well, yeah, I wonder would it have blew it up, or do you think it would still be in space? I don't know. Would Surtur have destroyed it? Probably not. I don't know. But anyway.
Wouldn't it, if it was destroyed, wouldn't it create a giant shockwave and it would push Surtur back or something?
I don't know.
I know,
I mean, that's if Surtur's gone.
If you've watched Star Wars, the seismic charge, that's what I'm thinking. If you blow up the Tesseract, that will kind of happen. Giant blue explosion.
Well,
it's just got a shockwave.
Infinity Stone, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Why is it a cube?
I can't remember. It ties back to First Avenger and stuff.
Yeah, I forgot why it's a cube.
I don't know. Anyway, post-credit scene. First of all, you've got obviously Thanos' ship. So it ends with them heading to Earth. Thor and his crew, the rest of the Asgardians.
Where's the donut on the ship?
Donut?
Yeah, the flying donut from Avengers Infinity War. That flying donut thing.
Aren't they the little ships that go down?
Yeah, I think they're stuck
ships,
in there, and then in Star Wars where they deploy the ships.
See, when that first came out, this Thor out, I thought that was the Guardians finding them though, because obviously I'd seen the trailers for Infinity War, but obviously not. But it was anyway. Thanos' ship coming, and then Loki and Thor look up and go, ooh, like that, and then obviously there's a little.
Why would that be the Guardians though?
I don't know, silly, I know. But then there's the Grandmaster. That little scene where he comes out, and obviously when Thor first gets captured at the start of Ragnarok, on Sakaar, the Grandmaster comes out, and you think they're going to eat him, but hopefully not, because Jeff Goldblum is amazing. I hope he comes back as the Grandmaster. And you know who Grandmaster's brother is, don't you?
Who?
It's the Collector, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Which I think he's dead. Isn't he dead? Didn't he die?
What, in Marvel or in?
In Marvel, yeah.
Oh.
Real life. It's Benicio del Toro who plays him, but the Collector, he plays him. He's only little bits, isn't he, in a few films.
I thought, no, if you feel the Collector should hold the reality stone.
That's what he did though, didn't he?
Yeah, then the Grandmaster should, I feel like the Grandmaster should have holded the Soul Stone. I don't. No, that should have been in his staff. That should have been the thing in his staff.
Oh no, that was it. That was in wasn't it in Loki's scepter? Of course it was.
Was it?
Yeah, the
So Loki's been carrying two Infinity Stones
around. The blue one. No, not two. No. Anyway, future-wise, there's to be a fourth movie called Thor: Love and Thunder.
Like we talked about earlier.
Directed by Taika Waititi. You what? Sorry?
Yeah, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. And it's going to have Jane Foster return, which you're really excited about, aren't you, mate?
No, I'm not.
If like the comics, because I read about this, it will deal with her becoming a lady version of Thor. And in the comics, she actually has...
Rip off.
No. If it's true to the comics, she has to have Thor's powers because she's got cancer. And it helps her not heal, but it kind of keeps them at bay. But obviously, I think having Thor's power, because she's human, I think is hurting her as well. So whether she'll probably, spoilers, not exactly 100% sure, spoilers, but I'm guessing she'll probably die in this one. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no, but that's kind of, if they made loads of Thors, like if they made like, I don't know, if they copied like loads of Thors, it would just be annoying because Thor could just give anyone his powers. If that's true,
yeah,
like that would just be, imagine like Thanos could have tortured Thor and been like, give me your powers, and then like Thor's like, and then like afterwards like he gets so hurt that he gives Thanos his powers, and Thanos is like and then Thanos rewinds and defeats Hela instead of Thor defeating Hela, and then that's my own plot.
Well, it says here actually, I'm just looking at it, said, yeah, Tessa Thompson's coming back as Valkyrie, coming out, and filming actually started January 2021, last month in Sydney, Australia, and it is going to be adapting the Mighty Thor comic books, in which Portman's character Jane Foster takes on the mantle and powers of suffering from cancer.
I think...
So that'll be quite good.
So
yeah, it looks like Chris Hemsworth back as Thor, Valkyrie's back, Jane Foster, Christian back. Christian Bale, Batman. He's going to be Gore the God Butcher. Oh, and of course, yeah. Chris Pratt is going to be back as Peter Quill / Star-Lord, and Jamie Alexander as Lady Sif. She's back as well, which is cool. Mantis. Have you heard of that person? Mantis.
Oh yeah,
of course, yeah. Sorry, the telepathic from Guardians. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Drax is in it as well, and Karen Gillan is Nebula.
Mantis.
And James Gunn's brother Sean Gunn is back from the two Guardians films. And Taika Waititi resumes his role as Korg.
I think we're done, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
So, thank you guys so
before
much.
we go,
yeah.
What's your rating out of 10? Overall, everything culminating into your final rating out of 10 for
9.5. That's what I would use. 9.5. Yeah. Favorite Marvel film, so that's like another 0.5. Really good film, just like the music. Yeah. What would you rate it?
I would rate it 8.5. It's one of my favourite Marvel films. I'd get a steelbook if I was to collect them. That's all I rate films.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. How long is this video? Like 23 minutes?
23 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So this has been really fun to make. If you guys want us to make more, leave a like and comment down below how much you would rate this film, and also comment what other films you would like us to do next. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon.
See you, bye.
Bye.